After today's first alert weather day, we're going to be looking at some calmer weather coming up tomorrow and Thursday with just a 20% chance of a shower. A little bit better chance over the weekend, but even still, nothing too extreme. On radar this afternoon, Truist Park still dry. Here's a look at first alert radar across that area, back across the eastern portion of the perimeter, though. That is where we still are tracking now some showers and now some storms. I spoke too soon earlier. We now have some lightning where 285 meets 20 east there. And these storms here are very slow moving. We'll be watching to see if any more can develop closer to the connector. Hopefully not, but we're getting closer and closer to the core of rush hour. Of course, we'll be watching things closely. We do have some more storms back across portions of Gwinnett County as well, and these are also drifting to the south and west very slowly. This was expected. We're going to have slow-moving showers and storms scattered about North Georgia for the next several hours. We also are watching some storms up in the mountains, also drifting southward over the next few hours. Scattered storms will continue at least until midnight tonight, with overnight lows dropping into the mid-70s, around 76. I mentioned that tropical low. It's going to continue moving westward across the Gulf Coast, and this is tomorrow morning here, and we're looking at a chance at just some isolated showers across portions of North Georgia as this area of low pressure continues to point itself toward the Louisiana coastline by the time we get to Thursday morning. The rest of the 7-day, again, starting up with a 30% chance of storms Friday through the weekend into early next week. We'll have highs warming up even more so into the mid-90s by next Tuesday.